What's going on, guys? Unknown Player here, and today we're going to be once again discussing a variety of topics, mainly some of the brand new gameplay features and changes that Bungie added into Destiny 2. So the way you move and play the game, there have been some really interesting changes, some of them pretty subtle, which I wanted to talk about, in addition to a few other things as well. So the first thing I want to talk about is, most of you remember earlier this year, so months before Destiny 2 was even confirmed or announced, there was an Amazon leak for some Mega Blocks that was about Lord Shaxx with his Razor Lighter fighting Cabal in the tower. Well, recently this Mega Block set actually got properly revealed, so it's now officially up there and we can see what the set looks like. Now, I've actually got my own personal theory on something I thought of that might be a connection between this scene and the first mission we saw called Homecoming. So in that first Homecoming mission we've seen, you start off right before the tower hangar, right in front of it. So I'm thinking maybe this mission does actually begin helping Lord Shaxx in the hangar fighting off this gladiator. And in my last video, I talked about how Bungie confirmed that this mission isn't the actual beginning of Destiny 2. There is an intro or tutorial level that happens right before this mission was shown. So I'm thinking, what if the tutorial level is you helping Shaxx fight this gladiator dude? We know this screenshot from the press kit is from the story, so whatever this scene is, it is in the campaign. So you're definitely going to be seeing Shaxx fighting some Cabal with his Razor Lighter. And also notice the Mega Block set does take place right next to the ship kiosk, so where Amanda Holiday stays. And Amanda Holiday is a big part of this mission too. She of course flies you to Gary's ship. So there's definitely a lot of coincidences, mainly between Shaxx and the tower, the hangar, and also Amanda Holiday, and the things we've seen so far in that first Homecoming mission. So I personally think they might be connected, but that is just my personal theory. I guess we'll find out on September 8th when we get to play the proper first mission. But let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think this tutorial mission that we haven't seen could be helping Lord Shaxx fight this gladiator guy? So next up, let's talk about some pretty big gameplay changes to Destiny 2, just some random quality of life updates that Bungie implemented that do change how the game plays and feels. So firstly, we have the Memory of Jolder artifact. This is now permanently added into Destiny 2, so there is no sprint cooldown, which is really nice to see. The delay feature was something Bungie added to kind of slow you down a bit, make sure you can stop and sprinting all the time. And then with Rise of Iron, of course, we had the Memory of Jolder artifact to disable that cooldown. So it's definitely very popular, and I've literally had it glued to my character since the day Rise of Iron launched. The first day Tyra was selling it, I just put it on, and since then it just never come off my character. I always have it, and it's just ingrained into my playstyle because I love to sprint and slide all the time. I just always run Jolder, so Bungie have made it now permanently in Destiny 2 as a feature. So I think that's definitely much needed. Obviously, artifacts don't currently exist in Destiny 2. Instead, in their place, we have clan banners, which don't really know what they do, if it changes the gameplay in any way. But of course, right now, it's nice to know sprint cooldown is gone. So the next gameplay feature Bungie added is an auto mantle system, or vaulting on ledges that you barely miss. Now you can actually see this mantle in action in this press footage from Activision. So the Warlock is basically boosting normally, and he almost just misses the jump, but they kind of hops him over, and it's not really a massive animation, it's very quick, but you can see it just kind of assists him. And normally in Destiny 1 he of course would have fallen down and not be able to make the jump, but instead it kind of hops him over and basically assists you in going over this little ledge. So pretty cool little feature. So it's pretty quick, it's not like this long drawn out animation. You just do a quick hop onto whatever you missed. So all you Warlocks out there no longer have to worry about just missing a jump and slowly falling off a cliff. So if you hit the right angle, it'll just hop you back up, which is pretty cool. Now on the topic of Warlock jumps, there's also been a pretty big change, which is definitely one of the first things I noticed. So the jump itself, the glide, especially in the upwards direction, it's a lot faster and it's much closer to the Titan jump. It's definitely not as fast, but it is a little bit closer. But when you glide up, you can really go crazily high, and it goes really quick as well. So you can get places a lot quicker than the slow kind of float, which is right now in Destiny 1. So if you think of Destiny 1, the Titan jump and the Warlock jump, it's basically somewhere in between those two. So definitely an improvement. Now, Warlock skating has also changed quite a bit. So in Destiny 1, with Focus Burst, you could hop in the air and then boost down really quickly, and that's called Warlock skating. It's the fastest way to move as a Warlock. So in Destiny 2, the latest build we played at least, Focus Burst didn't let you do that anymore. You couldn't skate with Focus Burst on. Instead, Controlled Glide seemed to be the best way to do it. Again, they might change things or how they work, but right now, Focus Burst didn't really seem to do what it used to. But you can still kind of half skate with the Controlled Glide perk on, which is the one on the left, which seems to be the best one so far. And then, of course, on the same topic, we then have Titan skating, which you may have already heard about, but that is now completely gone. So as of right now, no one could find a proper way to move quickly. Of course, it is still early days. There may be some new perks or some changes, and I'm sure even if not, people will find a way to Titan skate anyway, because it wasn't even properly discovered until year 2. So it will probably take some time, but I'm sure some way we'll find out. But the bottom line is that Titans used to be able to move around at the speed of light, skating around. But as of right now, it does seem to be removed. But the thing is, even if there is some way around it, it does tell you that Bungie's intentions are to actually remove it. They tried to get rid of Titan skating. We never properly knew Bungie's stance on the actual feature because, of course, it's never been properly nerfed. But now we know Bungie removing it does tell you they don't want it to be in Destiny 2. But who knows how it will turn out. I mean, if you ask me personally, I've always thought Titan skating was a bit ridiculous. There's no way a Titan should have the highest armor in the game and also be able to get max recovery and also be the fastest. So Hunters are supposed to be the agile ones, Titans are the tanks. So I'm all for the idea of Titans being what they're supposed to be initially. The only unfortunate thing is that we're all used to Titan skating by now. So going to Destiny 2 does feel a little bit sluggish on the Titan, even playing the Strike because it covers so much ground. There's so much distance and running. Not being able to Titan skate, it does feel a little bit slower, but it's not like they're crazy slow now. They can still do the boost jump, which is still super fast. It's just a little bit slower than Destiny 1 was. So that is where Bungie stands and where they're going with movement in Destiny 2. And now the final random topic is that Iron Banner has actually been announced for Destiny 1 today. So it's going to be tomorrow, happening today, depending on when you're watching this, on the 6th of June. Very strange, because literally the first time ever it wasn't announced in the weekly blog post. I guess they forgot to put it in last week. But also there wasn't an Iron Banner for the month of May, so I guess they'll probably do this one and a second one at the end of June to make up for it, to keep it roughly a once-a-month thing, because it's been like that since the launch in 2014. But I think with all the Destiny 2 stuff in May, it was delayed until now. But yeah, the mode is Supremacy, which to be honest, I'm not a massive fan of. I really would rather Mayhem. I thought that was so much fun. But the weapons are the Scout Rifle, the Distant Star, so one of the best scouts in the game. Really good weapon if you don't have it. Same as the Mida, but with better perks. And also the Fusion Rifle, which is absolute garbage. I wouldn't even bother with that. But there you go. That does it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, a like rating would be much appreciated. Do make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on my Destiny 2 videos coming from E3. Should be some really cool stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.